They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some room to run now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Eagles hit 11-3 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Wilson's throw complete there to McLeod. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? or maybe just one or two receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Eric Armstead, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have moved out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 13 yards down to the to 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. And they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Parkey with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Hurts to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Again, 11 on the play. And the 49er first down.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Hassan Reddick coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Mitchell. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 36, Wilson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now it's Wilson. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Here's Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Parkey is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Ready, break. Ready.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep. game, that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Johnny Ranger. Johnny Ranger.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Ross on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Come on.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Running right, here's Sanders. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's it hit?
He's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 62 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Now Parkey for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Niners 24, Eagles 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So the victory here for San Francisco. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side